Now at 11, a blast of Christmas in July.
It looks like a nice pillow. This is crazy.
So glad we got up this morning to see this.
Estes Park digs out after severe hail strands cars in the street. And we're not out of the woods yet. More wild weather is on tap. We'll time it all out. Plus,
so everything that we are seeing currently right now does not show that we are in a recession.
are we or aren't we? We'll explain why the White House is so quick to push back on today's GDP report that would normally show that, yes, the United States is now in economic recession. Well, thanks for watching Denver 7 News at 11. I'm Nicole Brady, and we have declared a weather action day because of the severe weather and the chance for more later. Check it out. These amazing images from this morning, including massive hailstones in Fort Collins. Just 3 of those fill this man's hand. You can see they measure more than 2 inches across. Estes Park took a beating from the hail overnight. Not as large of stones, but look at how much hail fell there. Police shared photos of the main street through town. Elkhorn Avenue blocked off. People had to dig their cars out like it was snow. And where rain had nowhere to go, it has piled up. This is Redstone Skate Park in Highlands Ranch. The city says it'll stay closed through most of the day so that water can drain. Where water can run free, rivers are raging. This is Denver's Confluence Park this morning. We even saw some kayakers taking advantage of the higher flows out there. We want to bring in meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo now because there is a chance for more rain and storms. Not just a chance, it's happening. It's on the way now.
It is. I'm kind of afraid that I jinxed it last week when I said it's been such a quiet, severe weather season. Yeah, and now we're getting a double dose of it. Yesterday, wild weather, more of it today, and starting to see a few of those storms and showers popping up across parts of not only northeastern Colorado, but also south of Denver from the Springs west and through the Sangre de Cristos, getting some pockets of heavier rain. So right now, things are, for the most part, here in town, just mainly cloudy. It's cool out there. Definitely some gray skies. We're looking at upper 60s, near 70 degrees right now. So it's actually pretty mild temperature wise, but it feels pretty muggy out there as you step out the door. We aren't going to warm up much. Today is going to be one of the coolest days that we have seen in over a month. The last time that we saw 70s was during the 3rd week of June. And so it's been a nice and hot July. Not today. Today we're going to be a good 15 to 20 degrees below normal. We're typically right around 90 degrees. So it is a Denver 7 weather action day. I'm going to time out more of these storms here through the afternoon and show you where we're looking at potentially more severe weather today. Coming up, Nicole, in just a few minutes.
Continuing our team coverage in Estes Park, there was so much hail, as we said. People brought out the snow shovels. Denver 7's Jessica Crawford is live. That pile is shrinking, Jessica, but this is still the talk of the town.
Absolutely. The pile is shrinking just a little bit. Really, it's more getting pushed over to the side because lots of plows have been out here. Yes, snow plows in the middle of July to push all of this stuff you see here to the side of the road. Now, I have Ben here with me, and Ben, you actually saw the hail when it was coming down, and you helped people to escape it.
Yeah, so I was just working this restaurant right over here, and all of a sudden it started snowing, probably hailing, about this big, scattered all throughout the restaurant even. It hailed right through the whole plexiglass roof, which was insane. There were people out there eating. It was like shattering plates and stuff. Actually, this whole road right here, it was probably up to my knees. I tried wading across just to get over to my car to make sure there wasn't any damage. And, people's cars were stuck. It was pretty insane, average day in July in Estes Park, I guess.
And it's amazing to see really how much things have cleared up since then. We're going to give you a look at the street right now. This is actually a passable area. Like Ben just told you last night, it was not this easy to get through these streets. And another thing that we're seeing is people stopping by, people taking pictures. Even we saw some people making hail angels out here. And we spoke to a few of the people who were just really surprised, never seen anything like this in July.
I thought it was crazy that this looked like snow, but it might be just hail. We don't know. We were out camping, so I have no idea what was going on here.
I just wanted to touch it. I was expecting snow, so it was like kind of weird that it was like hail. Never really experienced like this much hail before.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, definitely shocking for a lot of people, but the people here really seeming to embrace it, embracing the novelty of it. Like I said, they've been happy to take pictures. Even the Estes Park Police Department getting in on the action, posting on their Facebook page that, hey, who had this in mind for their July 2022 bingo card? Live in Estes Park, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Yeah, it looks like dirty snow now. Thank you, Jessica. Even with all the rain, Colorado's fire threat is never far from our minds. Today, Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse and 6 other representatives will talk more about the Wildfire Response and Drought Resiliency Act.
Geared towards doing what we can to help local communities and state governments respond to wildfires. Again, as we know, these wildfires are only going to become more pervasive in the years ahead. We no longer have wildfire seasons. We have wildfire years. We've got to fund more suppression activities, give our state governments and our local governments more ability to have aerial support and a wide variety of other tools at their disposal to deal with these wildfires.
The House will vote on the bill this week. We're watching your 401k this morning as investors respond to reports the U.S. is falling into a recession. The Commerce Department says U.S. gross domestic product shrank for the second quarter in a row. More bad news for the economy. At the same time, Americans are struggling to keep up with rising prices. ABC's Faith Abube reports on why there's a pushback, though, when it comes to saying the R word.
This morning, fears that the U.S. is slipping into a recession. New federal data showing the U.S. economy slowed down by just under 1 percentage point in the second quarter after a 1.6% slide in the first quarter of the year. That's commonly understood as a recession. However, the National Bureau of Economic Research no longer defines 2 back-to-back quarters of shrinking GDP as an official recession. Still, the undeniable cooling of the U.S. economy in the face of record inflation means the pain for American families is no less real. The average American now paying an extra $493 a month due to rising prices on everything from groceries to housing.
This has been very stressful overall because everything's going up, but my paycheck.
Wednesday, the Federal Reserve making a 4th attempt to tackle inflation and bring down prices, raising interest rates again by 0.75 percentage point, meaning it'll cost even more for Americans to borrow money.
My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation.
Meanwhile, a significant breakthrough for Democrats trying to tackle inflation, battle climate change, and lower the federal deficit. In a remarkable reversal, moderate Senator Joe Manchin announcing a surprise deal with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer on a spending package. It would include a host of provisions, among them tax increases on big corporations and the wealthy. And with Manchin now on board, the next challenge for the majority leader is keeping all Senate Democrats together to get the package to President Biden's desk. They hope to vote on the bill next week. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
A glimmer of good news amid these other reports. Applications for unemployment fell for the first time in 4 weeks. 256,000 Americans applied for benefits in Colorado. We've learned the loan to keep payments flowing during the height of the pandemic will be paid off by November. The Colorado Sun reports that will stave off a higher tax for businesses struggling with higher supply and staffing costs. We're just days away from the start of the school year, and parents, your kids will notice an extra piece of equipment on campus. What air monitors will be looking for, and it's not COVID. Plus, I got to join volunteers packing backpacks for local students in need. Our partners with the Salvation Army will join us live next to explain the importance of the Pack a Backpack program. And RTD is keeping up a free fare program to increase ridership. Are they really ready, though, for a surge of passengers?